Greetings, everyone, and welcome to yet another Blu-ray update. Yes, the updates continue unabated this week. It's the week of updates. Holy moly. All right, so today we're going to show some recent cartoon acquisitions. Yes, some cartoons for kids and cartoons for grown-ups. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. All right, well, let's start off with the kids stuff, shall we? So, first up, this is, of course, a series, as you know, I have been collecting on behalf of Rosie, basically picking up each movie as it comes out. It's a series of movies based on a line of toys. I'm, of course, talking about Monster High. So this is the latest movie in the, quite lengthily running movie series now. So this is Electrified. So there's actually one that I'm missing, which was Great Scarier Reef. I don't know how I missed it, because I've been so diligent in picking them up. I guess I just kept thinking that I'd already got it for her or something. So anyway, I've always been getting them with the slipcovers, which, as you can see, are nice and bumpy and pretty and wonderful. So I haven't been able to find Great Scarier Reef with the slipcover, and that's like the one I need to properly complete her set. So I guess I'm just going to have to hit eBay for it. I don't know. It's kind of a pain. But anyway, latest Monster High. Gotta love it. Great stuff. Next up, this is one I've been wanting to check out for a while. Liked what I saw in the previews. And just kept not getting it. So anyway, I saw that the Best Buy exclusive edition of this actually dropped in price quite dramatically. About half price from what it normally is. So I was like, okay, I will get it for that price. Being a Disney title, these tend to be usually expensive, so seeing this for like literally half of what it normally goes for, I mean, they normally go for about 40 bucks Canadian here. I think this was 21 when I got it. I picked up Disney Pixar's Inside Out. There you go. So this is quite a nice edition. Basically comes with a bunch of cards. Here, I'll show you actually. So slipcover, of course. So we've got the movie and the Blu-ray here. Got the movie and the Blu-ray. And, hold on a second. So we got Disney Movie Rewards code under my finger. And more Disney Movie Rewards stuff. It's basically the Columbia House of Disney. They've out Columbia House to Columbia House. You guys remember Columbia House? Are they even still around? I don't even know if they're still around. But, yeah, so this is quite nice. Disney actually doesn't skimp on the package art usually, which is quite nice. So we got that, and then see different artwork on all the discs, which is quite nice. Last one is the DVD. The first two are the Blu-ray, the movie, and the bonus features. And then we have the cards. I'll just kind of... This isn't going to be like a closer look. We're not going to change angles or anything. So we got... I have not watched the movie. We have Joy. We got Joy there. And some info about Joy. And then we have Sadness. I know she's Sadness. And got some information about her there. Quite nice. And we have Anger. You have to be daft not to know that's not Anger. There we go. Perpetually angry. And then we have, what's this guy? Fear. We have Fear. And a little bit of information about him. And then finally we have Disgust. And there you go. And the faces are positioned in such a way that you can basically have any of them poking through the die cut front there. So I usually just keep Joy there because, she's happy. Now, I don't know, am I the only one who, as soon as this movie was announced, was immediately thinking of the old, long-forgotten TV show Herman's Head? Huh? Anybody? Herman's Head? Do you remember that? Which was basically the exact same concept. Was that in this case it was an adult man, just kind of going about his daily life and dealing with work and relationships and stuff. And he had all these people in his head that represented his different emotions and such. It was, I think, a different set of emotions. I think there was happiness and sadness and anger. Okay, maybe not that different a set of emotions. I can't remember. It's been a million years since I've seen it, and I didn't see very many of them. But I just remember seeing it around and being familiar with the concept. I think you can find a few episodes kicking around YouTube. I don't know why it's never got a DVD release, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised by that. Maybe just a little too obscure. But it ran for a couple of seasons. Yeah, but anyway, basically the same idea. It's like a sitcom of this kind of concept, where you have these little people inside his psyche that control his emotions and such, and same kind of idea. So that was the first thing I thought. I was like, really? Was somebody at Pixar a big fan of Herman's Head and just want to do their own take on it? Like, I don't know. But anyway, I've heard this is really freaking good, and I've been wanting to check it out for a while. And even just as a base concept, I like the idea. I mean, it's taking the whole idea of the little voice inside your head telling you to do or not do this thing, and kind of expanding on it. So I like that concept, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Pixar handles that. All right, next up, speaking of Disney, one of my all-time favorite classic animated Disney films recently got a re-release on Blu-ray. We got Bambi. Yeah. Good old Bambi. Now, as you know, I'm not a hardcore Disney collector. It's actually very rare to see two Disney releases in one update for me. But I do like the classic animated films. Mainly, I guess, partly because these are the ones that I grew up with, so they're kind of special to me in that respect. Back when Disney was really all about the magic and not so much about the money, you know? Not so corporately crazy as it is now. So what all do we have here? So just looking at the disc, there is another an alternate version of this, which is a Best Buy exclusive that has a really nice lenticular slipcover. I did see that one when I was out and about shopping, but it was like a $5 difference, and the only difference, like literally the only difference, was you get the slipcover. So we get digital copy. Yeah, this is Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar. Disney pretty much owns the children's entertainment world now. And then we got more Disney Movie Club stuff. Very cool. Just kind of covering up the codes, because I may actually want to use those. And then here, in loving memory of Tyrus Wong. I don't know who he is. Guessing he was one of the artists who worked on the film. But we have this little painted piece of artwork there, very nice, and it actually has a stand on it, so you can stand it up on your desk if you want. Very cool, very nice. But yeah, I've always really liked Bambi. I think it's just, I mean, it's a beautiful looking animated film. I will freely admit that I cry at that particular scene every single time. Still. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Back then, Disney really knew how to do powerful, emotional moments in their films. I mean, Disney was the one, like, these Disney films, they get a lot of flack for being, I think, they're sort of they're perceived as being all sterile and safe and kid safe and whatnot. But really, I mean, that, like, a lot of the villains in Disney movies were scary as hell, and they taught kids about the hardships of life, and death and loss and heartache and the pain of loving someone. And you know, there was this whole spectrum of emotions. Like, the characters in Disney movies very often go through hell, and we as 5-year-olds would go on that journey with them gladly and learn some valuable life lessons in the process. So Bambi was always one of the big ones as far as I was concerned, because of that moment in it. Well, actually, there's a few moments in it, but just definitely one of the big ones in that respect. And I've always really liked it for that reason, is that it's one of those ones that really pulls no punches and just kind of tells it like it is. And it's just a beautiful film to look at with some just wonderful, enchanting characters. I mean, come on. Everybody loves Thumper and Flower and Bambi. Great bunch of characters. All right, so that's it for the kids' stuff. Although, obviously, things that can be enjoyed by, you know, the young and the young at heart. But let's get into the stuff that's definitely only for the grown-ups. So first up, I'm a couple volumes behind on this. I got to get caught up. I need season 13 and I need volume 10. And again, slipcover issues. Would have had them by now, but the slipcovers disappeared really fast. So now I'm probably going to have to hit eBay again. So I got Family Guy, season 14, which I'm pretty sure I've seen none of. I think I've mentioned this before whenever I pick up Family Guy volumes, is I tend to wait for the DVDs and then just kind of marathon them. So one of the reasons I like the slipcovers is because completely different artwork. Yeah, see, this is a slipcover done right. I mean, it's nice and embossed and high quality, but also it's original artwork that is not on the main package art. So that's how you do a proper slipcover and give obsessive collector types like me the incentive to get it. So there we go. Oh crap, we're got another broken tray, folks. So I got animation throwdown. I don't know what that's all about, but is it a broken tray? Yes, it is a broken tray. Fuck, I just can't get away from these broken trays. All right, so we got the episode listing and everything on the inside. They've been doing it this way for a while. And we got the discs, just kind of very carefully. So 3 discs there. Just pop the bottom one out so we can see the rest of the artwork. And there we go. Very nice. So, yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, Family Guy ain't as funny as it used to be. And they say the same thing about The Simpsons. And they say the same thing about pretty much anything that's run more than 3 seasons. And it's like, you know what? I disagree. I don't write off the new episodes because I think there's still plenty of good there. Do I still think they're funny? Yes. I often laugh out loud watching them, so I'd say that's a yes as far as funny. Now, speaking of things that haven't run long enough for people to start hating them yet and still love them, finally picked up season 1. Wubba-lubba-dub-dub! Rick and Morty! There you go. And I bought this yesterday, and I made the mistake of putting it on thinking, oh, I'll just watch an episode or two. I watched the entire season in one sitting. Now, to be fair, the seasons are pretty short. This particular one was 11 episodes. It's basically the pilot episode plus 10 regular episodes. So it's a little over 4 hours. But, and actually it was 2 sittings. I watched the first 9 episodes back to back, and then watched the rest. And this is another one you want to make sure you get the case because different artwork. This one has them going through the portal and emerging on this side. And this one is this a wraparound? Yeah, this is a wraparound cover of them being chased by various horrible things. This is a great Blu-ray set. One of the big reasons to get the Blu-ray sets, of course, is for the uncensored audio. And just let me grab the actual disc. It's actually still in the player because I was watching some more of it with my morning coffee today. There we go. So the disc art, you got there. You got Rick's spaceship there. But this is a great one because you get the uncensored audio. That's one of the big things. You also get a ridiculously random behind-the-scenes feature. It's basically 30 minutes, or no, it's not 30 minutes, it's like about 18, 16 minutes, something like that. Anyway, under 20 minutes. Behind-the-scenes feature at maybe 10% of which is actually stuff about the show, and the other 90% is just complete random bullshit, fucking around, messing with the entire concept of what a DVD making a featurette should be, and making it as pointless and stupid as possible, and it's hilarious. You got commentary and animatics for all the episodes. Some episodes have multiple commentaries, actually. They have guest commentary. Yeah, it says here, special guest commentaries featuring Matt Groening, Robert Kirkman, Penn Ward, Al Jean, and friends. And there you go. Yeah, I listened to the one with Matt Groening. Matt Groening, you know, creator of The Simpsons, is a huge fan of this. Just loves it. And also had Al Jean in that one as well, who also loves it. And you got deleted scenes for not all the episodes, but a bunch of episodes. The deleted scenes basically were obviously deleted fairly early on because they're not fully animated. They're basically animatics. A lot of people, I've seen some of the deleted scenes on YouTube before, and a lot of people were kind of questioning. There's one from the episode where they basically where Rick completely messes up the world. So they basically jump ship and go to another dimension where they've both recently been killed to take their place. And they were killed by basically being blown up by one of Rick's experiments going wrong. And so the first thing they're doing is tidying up the exploded bodies of their other selves. And the deleted scene, at first glance, you think, well, how is that different? That was in the show. There's one very crucial difference. At one point, while Rick is cleaning up his dead body, he peels his own testicles off the ceiling. That's the one thing that was changed. Otherwise, it's pretty much as aired. But, yeah, I would have picked up Season 2 as well, except they didn't have it. And by the way, where I got this was the newly opened Sunrise Records. Yes, Sunrise Records, as I think I may have mentioned, took over a bunch of the HMV locations that were closing, including the one here. I was very happy about that. So anyway, the Sunrise has officially opened here. And you may be wondering, how does it compare to the good old HMV? Close, but not quite there. I don't know if that's just because it's early days, but the one thing I found disappointing was there doesn't seem to be a lot of the, you know, it seemed to be mostly just the big studio releases. I didn't see any Criterion or Scream Factory or Blue Underground or Arrow or any of that stuff there. So I don't know if that's going to come later or if they're just going to stick with the big studio stuff. I imagine, I guess, given what happened with HMV, they're just kind of feeling things out for a while. They had a huge vinyl section, which is something that actually HMV did not have. So that was kind of cool. It's really interesting to see vinyl making such a big comeback. One thing I'd really like to do, actually, is get a turntable, because I do have a box full of records, but I have nothing to play them on anymore. And they got some pretty cool retro-style record players that you can get. They're actually portable, but they've got the RCA jacks out and whatnot, so you can hook them up to a stereo and stuff. So might grab one of those. They're like, I don't know, $70 or something, so that's not too bad. But anyway, getting way off topic. Cartoons! Gotta love them! No matter how old you are, there's some cartoons out there for you. Alrighty. That is it for this update. We'll see you next time for the next one. Yes, there's more. Yeah. So until then, you know, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to my Patreon sponsors. All you guys and gals are awesome. Love y'all. Thanks for helping to keep the dream alive. Alright, we'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.